Hello, thank you for joining OnlyIn Sedona Yoga for this quick 10-minute chair yoga break. It's wonderful for when you need a quick stretch at the office or you're recovering from an illness or injury. Stay tuned after the show when we'll be talking about 3 ways you can calm systemic inflammation in your body. Grab any props you need, including your chair, and let's talk to our mats. Okay, beautiful fellow yogis, just come and sit on the edge of your seat. Place your hands right on your mid-thigh. We're going to get into our breath and body movement by doing some seated cat-cows. So inhale as you arch your spine, tip your head slightly back without letting it drop. Exhale as you round. And just do that a few more times, moving at your own pace of breath. And to introduce some calm into your day, try inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 5. Coordinating your breath body movements here. Give me one more just like that, please. And then come up to sit. Let's work out some neck kinks. So go ahead and just let your chin drop down to your chest. Roll your left ear to the left shoulder. You don't want to go beyond your shoulder. And then roll it back through center. Right ear to right shoulder. And then unite that with your breath. Give me 3 or 4 here as you move and breathe. Drop your chin back to your chest. Lift it up tall. Take your right leg. Support yourself on your chair. Lift it up. Cross it over. Take a nice deep breath of air. And as you exhale, just twist behind. You can use the back of your chair. Most important thing is to bring this arm across, and you'll see why in a minute. Because when you've had enough of this one, you're going to lift this arm up and over and lean into it, using your grip on the chair to extend that stretch all down the side body. And come on back to center. Uncross the legs and just take it the other way. Nice deep breath of air. And then twist the other way. Give yourself a nice spinal twist. And feel free to sigh and smile anytime you exhale. Helps to relieve any stress from your day. Use these 10 minutes to mentally enter your yoga sanctuary. And come on up out of that one. Come to sit nice and tall in center. Take your right leg. Shift to the side of your chair and extend it out. You can just let that foot rest if it feels better to put it on the ground, or if it feels better on the side, yogi's choice. We're going to go into a seated triangle. So lift those arms up and then just start sliding down this leg as you reach the top arm up. You'll feel a good stretch in this inner thigh and all along the side body again. And then lift yourself up out of this one. Helicopter your body around. Make it a revolved triangle. Even a little bit of balance here depending on how you are perched on your chair. Nice twist to the torso. This should feel really good across the low back. If you tend, pardon my speech difficulties, if you tend to get low back pain from too much sitting, And then bring yourself up. We're going to go into a supported warrior. So turn yourself to the side. Your back leg is straight. Lift those arms up. You can join your hands if you want. Then just breathe here, looking up to those extended hands. Your drishti, your gauging point is upwards. Feel strong, feel powerful. Elongate through that body. And then bring it on down. And just gently come back. And sit nice and tall for me in the center. Give me 2 or 3 more cat-cows. Just stretch out that work. And then we'll take that to the other side. Coming up to sit with a nice straight spine. Shift your weight over to the side of your chair. Your foot can be however is comfortable. Nice deep breath of air. Slide into that triangle. And when you've had enough of that, come on up. Helicopter your body. Take that revolved triangle. Oh, that should be such a great pressure release on your low back. Bring yourself up and around. Come back to seated. Give me 1 or 2 more cat-cows. Just to shake out that work we did. And let's get into final stretches for our hips and shoulders, starting with our hips. Just cross that leg up and then gently, gently press against the top above the knee. You don't want to press on the knee joint itself. You're on the thigh just above that knee, leaning slightly forward, hinging from the hips. And then just take that on the other side. Again, your hands on the thigh. You're above the knee, not on the knee. You're just opening up that hip ever so lovingly and gently. And come on out. One last stretch for our shoulders, our eagle arms. Extend your left arm. Wrap your right arm underneath it and around. Lift it up so you feel a great stretch on the upper back. You might want to drop your chin. And release it. Then extend the right arm. Left arm laps underneath. Lift it up. Hold and open up that upper back and shoulders. Should feel really good if you've been hunched over your computer. And then release those arms. Drop your chin to the chest. Give me 1 more roll to either side before coming back to center. Lifting your head up. Bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra. Let's close our practice by touching our foreheads for clarity of thought, our lips for kindness of speech, and our hearts in gratitude for our practice. Namaste. Thank you for staying with us here at OnlyIn Sedona Yoga. As promised, we're going to talk about 3 ways you can reduce overall systemic inflammation in the body. The first way is to embrace an anti-inflammatory diet. Well, what is that? There's a lot that goes into it, but basically it's avoiding the things that are super processed and gravitating towards foods that actually look like food, real food in their original forms. So you want to avoid white flour. White flour absorbs as quickly as sugar. It also has a chemical byproduct that some researchers believe do double damage on your pancreas, which of course is where your body makes its insulin. And of course, type 2 diabetes is on the rise in America. So watch that white flour, of course, sugar. That's an obvious one. Unhealthy fats like trans fats, saturated fat from like red animal meats and processed meats. In fact, they did a study about type 2 diabetes, and the 3 things that contributed the most to it were processed flour, too much sugar, and processed meats. So avoid that stuff. Look for food that resembles food from natural forms: chicken breast, tuna, vegetables of all kinds, fruits of all kinds, whole grains. Look for real whole grains, not the stuff that's been bleached. The stuff that's bleached is terrible. So that's number 1. Embrace an anti-inflammatory diet. Step number 2 is to reduce the stress in your life. Well, how the heck do you do that if you're like most of us who are losing our minds trying to earn enough to keep a roof over our heads while at the same time raise our families and have something resembling a life? It's crazy, right? You gotta take time for yourself every single day. And that's why I do what I do with this yoga program, to bring it to you for free, so you have that form of self-care if you want it. And it might look different on some days. Some days your self-care might be cooking a gourmet meal. Sometimes it might be just retreating into the bathtub for a half hour, closing the door, and losing yourself in a novel. Whatever it takes, schedule at least 30 minutes every day just to work on yourself and lowering your stress. I promise you it is worth it. And the third way to lower overall inflammation in your body is to get moderate exercise, which, of course, if you're following this yoga program, you're accomplishing that goal. But you don't have to do a lot. In fact, it's better. There's something called the exercise intensity threshold, where your cortisol actually starts to go up. And now it does come down after vigorous work. But if you're somebody who's really super frazzled and you have a lot of systemic inflammation and a lot of chronic conditions that are causing a lot of problems, stick to moderate stuff. Yoga is great. Hatha yoga, you can do our Hatha Vinyasa program. Hatha Vinyasa to restorative. Walking is fantastic. Go out for a walk. And if you have trouble to walk, say you can walk 50 yards, we'll try to walk 51 yards tomorrow. And then the day after that, make it 52 yards. Whatever you can do just to get that heart rate up a few times a day, it will start to bring those hormones that cause the systemic inflammation, like cortisol, back into balance. So those are your 3 things. Embrace an anti-inflammatory diet, lower that stress, and a great way to do that is the 3rd way: get regular exercise. Thank you so much for joining us here at OnlyIn Sedona Yoga. We love you guys. Our mission is to always bring you free holistic health programming and information. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to support us through more, you can donate here through YouTube or through either of our websites, onlyinsedona.com or talktothemat.com. Namaste.